And you know how Steppin with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you to everybody that's still here with us. Thank you to those folks that are checking out the TuneIn and the streamer and those folks that have been checking us out through Facebook Live, because y'all rock with us. We roll with y'all. At this time, we're going to move into our next segment. And, of course, we have our sisters, Jane and Lady Di. And we're going to talk now about I've been saying tokens the whole time. It's totems.
It's tokens or totems. It can be
so it could be either.
Yes.
It could be either or. Okay. All right. I was about to be upset with myself. Okay. So animal totems and spiritual messages. All right. So you're up. What you got?
Well, hi, everybody. This is Jane. What we're going to do is talk about how animals influence us, not just like having a pet around or just being near animals, but what they can bring to your life, what kind of messages, what kind of wisdom. And so I'm just kind of going to go over a little bit of how this works. And we're going to kind of talk about how this all got started. In ancient cultures, the animals were like a source of strength and protection. The Native Americans, of course, used them. They used the wolf, the bear, the eagle, the bison, and then the Aborigines from Australia used them to identified with like the kangaroo and the koala. And from that, depending on the animal, they got certain messages from them. They got certain direction and wisdom. And what has kind of happened to us and why we don't have that connection, you guys realize like when you're in the city, or if you're in a building and you're not near a park, why do we all go to the park? You know, if you need to clear your head or something, and we all just want to just kind of, I need to put my feet in the grass, or that is because when you are in like a building all day and you hear noises and you don't get to feel or connect with Mother Earth, because when you're in a building, you're not with the earth, you're above the earth. So this is kind of an example of why we feel that we need that connection. It grounds us, doesn't it? And it clears our minds. So also what happens with that, and I was reading and doing my research on this, and I found this really interesting. They started talking about how we look at animals in one category and creatures like insects and rodents and reptiles in another category. Like when you think of a totem or a token animal, you would think of like a bear, an eagle, something big and strong and powerful. And you guys will see in this handout that I gave everybody, and Marcus has the handout. I think, are you going to put it on your website maybe?
Yes, I can definitely put it out there right now.
So if everybody if those who are listening, if you want to have this handout, it's a pretty good handout that just kind of explains what I'm going through. If you look at, for example, when you see a mouse, and what do we all do when we see a mouse? Kill it, right?
So, that's what y'all do.
Right?
That's what y'all do.
So, but
where's the cat?
But the mouse has a place in our hierarchy, and if we kill all the mice eat the stuff that nobody else wants around.
Right.
And then another thing, and I'm guilty of this, and I'm not doing it anymore after doing my research, is spiders. Now, we don't want to ever kill spiders. Let me tell you why. They are master weavers. Have you guys ever seen a web that is just freaking incredible and huge?
Yeah, on my porch
and you're
this
like,
morning.
It's so beautiful, and it takes them a long time to do that. Do you know their purpose is to eat all the insects?
Yes.
If we never killed a spider or didn't, we would not need pesticides, because that's their balance. That's what they bring to the universe. So just kind of think about that. Even an ant has everything has a purpose. And what happens as humans, as we progressed through life and we got smarter and we came up with these ideas, what happened is we got more and more disconnected from the earth and from animals and what they bring to us. Because think about when you eliminate an animal. You know, we have the gorilla, there's like the elephants, all the different ones that were hunted sometimes almost to being extinct. They bring so much to us, wisdom. I mean, look at an elephant. What is an elephant? I mean, they're like one of my favorite animals. There's a sanctuary in Tennessee where they rescue elephants, and it's got about 3,000 acres, and they just bring Asian and African female elephants there, and they let them live their lives out. They save them from circuses, and I actually went there and volunteered
Really?
once. It was you don't get to interact with the elephants, but we built a fence, and I was there like a half a day because I was on business in Nashville, so I just spent a half a day, and I was so miserable and hot, but it was an amazing experience.
Sounds like a Habitat for Humanity type of deal.
Exactly, but you can't go visit them. It's really just you go there, and they just live their life out, and it's pretty amazing, and there's sanctuaries like that for all kinds of animals. So the reason is, think about what animal that you see over and over again in your life, and you're wondering, why do I keep seeing squirrels? Why do I keep seeing crows? Why do I see eagle? I mean, sometimes you're wondering, and think about it. If you really sat down and thought about, there's a reason I'm seeing that bird, and if you ever can get up in the morning and just go outside, even when it's cold, and just sit and listen to the birds or listen to the squirrels, and they're up running around doing their own little things, what can they teach us? You know, what can they bring to our lives that we can learn from them? And there's so much you can.
Right.
I work with cats mainly, because that's kind of my thing. And I do Reiki on cats, because I'm a Reiki master. And Diana's cat was one of the ones I worked on. And, you know, it just to let you know that I also do what's called cat speak, and where I can actually understand what a cat is saying.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a cat whisperer.
Yeah. So
flip the switch. There you go. Yeah, just flip it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a cat whisperer. She can actually kind of almost read what a cat things that it's thinking by the body movements
By their
and
actions, yeah.
and definitely by the way their tail moves.
Right.
You can tell by their personality.
By their tail, their ears, and you know, you hear that with dogs too.
Right.
You know, ears down, tail stiff. You know, the hair standing up. So just think about that. You know, why do we find certain animals that we're drawn to? And when you go into more about animals, you can also go into the Native American, where they do the shamanic prayers and meditation, where you find what your animal token or your animal totem is, and that is the one that is. I have a snake, and I don't like snakes.
You got a snake?
I have a snake, but that's a pretty powerful thing. It's talking about going on a journey, is what it has to do. So it's pretty awesome. But
I got a question now. The stereotypical characteristics of these animals that we would have, is it consistent with the tokens?
Yes.
And the reason why, because you're saying that you don't strike me as a snake lady. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not. I don't really like reptiles, to be honest with you. I mean, if I see a snake, I'm like, oh. It's like when you go to the zoo, I don't want to go to the reptile building and look at all those anacondas in there. That's just not my thing. But for some reason, that may be the reason
Did it weird
snake
you out
is
when you
my
found
token.
that out? Did it weird you out when you found that out?
It weirded me out big time, because Diane and I did this thing where it was a half a day thing where we actually connected with our Native American spirit guide, and then one of the things was you found out what your animal totem was. And afterwards, we're all discussing it, and I'm like, I got a snake, and she's like, I knew you would. She said, what are you afraid of? I said, snakes. She goes, there's a reason. Think about the things that you fear, you push away from, is probably the one thing you need to embrace and understand. It's all kind of like we're all in the big circle of life, right. And you know, all this harmonization that we need to go. The one thing I do want to talk about, and I brought a couple of books, and they're on this paper for you guys, so that if you want to read more about it, the best book that Diane and I can recommend, it's a book called Animals Speak, and it's on the list there, and It's by Ted Andrews, and he discusses everything about animals, over 100 animals he goes over, and he talks about, so you can look up just about anything in this book. You can buy it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, you can go to
Aquarian
the
Bookstore.
Aquarian Bookstore down in Richmond, but anywhere else you can order it online at Amazon.com. It's an excellent book. It's really good if you have a specific animal that's very strange and you're not sure why. You want some definition. You want some clarity on why you keep seeing this. Like the gentleman over there was talking about, we were talking about numerology before this started, and he keeps seeing 44s, and I was explaining to him what 44s mean. Right. Same thing with an animal. So to me, I got up one day, and I must have seen 7 squirrels. And I was going to work downtown Richmond. So, I mean, I was like crisscrossing across the park, like up on 5th Street. Right. And as I'm coming, there's a squirrel. Well, there's not many trees there. So I'm like, why do I keep seeing squirrels? So, of course, I go home and look it up. And it has to do with nesting. It has to do with gathering and keeping your house in order and being organized and fighting off the bad things that you don't want to. It was really interesting the more I read about it.
We just got a hit from our brother WB from Twilight After Dark. WB says one of the things that humans can do is communicate with animals. Everything that a man has made came from an animal or species in which the animal comes from.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Another thing I work with, and I have these great cards, and these are wonderful. It's called Animal Messages. It's by a lady named Susie Green. It's also on the list that I gave you. And she has a book in here that explains the different categories. I have the categories listed here. She breaks them down into different groups. And it's interesting, these groups. You guys will like this. The creatures of the air. That's kind of easy to figure out.
Yeah, they can fly.
Arboreal creatures. Now, those are the ones that live in trees. That's what arboreal means. Earth dwellers. So, we're thinking, I would think lions and probably.
Let me back up for a second. Arboreal creatures, you said they live
in trees, like leopards.
Trees. Yeah, leopards and monkeys.
Monkeys, leopards, sloths. I think sloths live in trees, I believe.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Walkers between worlds. And we'll go over this in a second.
We got to talk about that one.
Water denizens. These are like crocodiles.
Turtles?
I don't know why they didn't say creatures that live in the water, but they come up with this word called denizens. Yeah. And then land creatures.
Land
so I'm not
creatures
sure
would
the
be
difference
like,
between earth dwellers and land creatures, but we're going to talk about it because I can read it. I can read you the different sections. But she does a really good job of making these great cards. And she takes all the animals from the groups, and then she shows the card, and then it has a little message on there. Like, here's the scorpion. So at the end, if we have time, I'm going to probably do you, Marcus. I can.
Oh yeah, I want to know.
I can give a 3-card reading.
Okay.
From one of these, and we can find out what message the animals are trying to bring to you.
There's 2 animals that I am drawn to, and one is more of a species, and then the other one is a specific animal that I'm drawn to, that I've always found myself fascinated by.
Well, right before I do the drawing, make sure you write it down so that if it comes up, then we will know now that it's not like you've told me or I'm doing card tricks.
Well, what I'm going to do right now in Facebook Live, you guys are going to watch me. I'm going to write down, and I'm going to give it to Big Bro Joe, and he's going to hold on to it until we get to that point.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to do mine, too.
Okay, go ahead.
That sounds great. Well, the one thing people are probably noticing is you're seeing a lot more spiders, and you're seeing a lot more spiders outside your house or apartment. And the reason why is spiders are letting us know that we are going to have a very, very cold winter.
Yep.
And it's their way of almost protecting us and webbing us to protect us, to let us know, to kind of secure in, because it's going to be a really cold winter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like watching the animals and noticing something simple as a spider. And why do you notice you're seeing more bigger spiders near your house? It's because they're letting you know, secure in. It's going to be cold.
Yep.
And it's just like you see more squirrels right now, is because you see them really planting acorns a lot more. They're also letting us know that we're going to have a very cold winter. Right. Because of the fact they're kind of nesting and securing their food.
Yep. These are the card groups that I just told you, and I'm going to just read what's in the categories real fast so you guys will understand how she organized them. Creatures of the air are eagles, raven, owl, hummingbird, parrot, peacock, butterfly, bat, spider, and bee, which is interesting how she...
The fact that you mentioned a spider.
She puts a spider in with an eagle, so that's interesting. The arboreal creatures are the tree creatures. Panthers, pandas, sloth, orangutan, chamelin? What am I?
Chameleon.
I had a moment, sorry.
You know, I had to get
Chameleon and red squirrel. I know what that word is. I had a brain, you know what, just now.
Dyslexic?
Dyslexic too. Earth dwellers, mouse, porcupine, badger, scorpion, and fox. The walk between worlds. These are interesting.
That's the one I wanted to know.
Tiger, hippopotamus, water buffalo, beaver, and elephant.
I can see that. Because they
walk between worlds.
Yeah, because they land and sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, this is the interesting one: tigers, hippopotamus, water buffalo, beavers, and elephants.
Because tigers are the rare cats that like water.
Love water.
They love water. They're the rare ones, because most big cats and even domestic cats hate water.
And people don't talk about hippopotamuses much, but they're pretty amazing creatures. They can hold their breath,
Yep.
and they're land animals too, but they swim like a dolphin. I mean, they're pretty amazing. The water denizens, so these are in the water: whales, dolphins, crabs, rays, seals, octopus, crocodiles, and frogs. Don't forget the frogs. Frogs are a very important part of our lives and our balance.
They start their life off as a tadpole.
Yeah. And the last one is the land creatures: cheetah, lion, cobra, kangaroo, hare, wolf, rhino, mountain goat, llama, wild boar, wild horse, scarab beetle. I think that's a scarab beetle. Bear, deer, bison, moose, baboon, and tortoise. Because we know how important the big tortoises are.
Yeah.
They're pretty. I mean, those are like some of the oldest creatures in the world. They live to be way over 100.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're dinosaurs.
Yeah, man.
So those are the categories that she has, and this is just a great
reference.
I mean, you can buy this. You can get this again. It's on the thing.
Any bookstore.
But again, it's called Animal Messages, and then. Do I have time that I can do a readings?
Yes, but before you do that,
take a little break.
Before you do not yet. Before you do that, I want to introduce a special guest who just came in the room. She needs no introduction, but I'm going to give her one. The First Lady of Legacy Internet Radio, comedian S. Lissa P is up in this joint.
Ow, ow. Legacy Internet Radio ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Family. How you doing?
We
Fabulous. We
Y'all
chilling.
are also
Yikes.
sexy.
Fabulous.
Gosh, I felt all the sexiness when I walked in here. Made me feel extra sexy. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Look, okay, Miss Jane, I have a question.
Sure.
And if this is something bad, please don't say it on air, okay? We'll just talk about it later. But if it's something good, please, shout it to the mountaintops, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I, a long time ago, used to have dreams about snakes. Mm-hmm. And when I mean snakes, my whole front yard was filled with snakes. The trees were filled with snakes and everything. Mm-hmm. I would walk outside, but I would not be scared. I mean, I would be scared, but I wouldn't be scared, like terrified. But they never bit me. They never did anything. Now, I mean, there were all types of snakes, like everything.
Right.
Now, one day I was telling my sister, who is 7 years older than me, the same dream. I was like, I used to have these reoccurring dreams of these snakes just being in the front yard, which we grew up in the same household when we were younger. And she hit me. She was like, oh, my God, me too. Now, I heard you also say that you're scared or terrified of snakes,
right.
But you have a snake as a pet.
Right. Well,
so,
I don't have one as a pet. It's my it's my animal totem. I would never think it would be.
Oh, okay.
It's because I went through this Native American shamanic meditation. Sorry, and that was what I saw in this meditation, which was I saw an eagle, and then it was the last animal you saw when you were going through this meditation, this journey, and the last one I saw was a snake.
Wow.
And
It's your spirit animal that guides you. It's almost like an animal spirit guide.
Okay.
Like, for instance, mine is the raven. I see ravens following me. I'm known as the raven.
Right.
Nevermore.
I'm the one who gives the message.
That was too easy, man.
But
You will always hear.
As far as
never say nevermore.
What's the snake mainly mean is it has to do with focusing you and pushing you forward on a journey you're supposed to be on.
Okay.
So if there's something that you're holding back or you haven't completed, it's you're going to keep seeing snakes until you kind of take that step to make this happen. Snakes, think about what a snake does. They're constantly moving. They're constantly going somewhere, searching for something, right? Okay. Either food, place to rest, water, whatever type of snake it is. Okay. For us, that means quit sitting still, quit waiting for it to come to you, make it happen, and go for it.
Yep, that's you.
Start slithering.
Wow.
Baby.
Okay, Miss
Start
Jane,
making your pathways.
You're
the one to make your pathways.
And what else? And what else do snakes do? They shed their skin.
Wow.
Think about that. So if you're stuck in something,
feel sexy and naked
in
all
order
of a
to move forward, you've got to let go of the past, quit living in the past, let it go, move forward. Don't be afraid to step out of the box. I'd say go for it.
Wow, thanks,
Think
Miss
of all
Jane.
the different colors snakes are. Think of all the things. So when you shade your skin of one color, you might find another that suits you better.
Wow, thanks. I'm
And let me try to, you want me to try to get to the readings?
Yeah, let's do
now?
that. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're talking to our sisters Jane and Lady Di about animal totems, tokens, and spiritual messages. And of course, we have gotten just a whole bunch of really awesome information about the creatures of the air, the arboreal creatures, earth dwellers, walkers between worlds, water denizens, and land creatures. And we also got some really cool source material where we can go later on and kind of read some more about these things if we like. The Animal Message Card by the author Susie Green, Animal Speak book by the author Ted Andrews, and the other one I don't think we mentioned, but it's called Animals of the Soul book by author Joseph Epps Brown.
This is dealing with the Sioux Indians, and it's really a specific journey this particular author went on, investigating the Sioux Indians and how they work with animals and what it means, and it's really a cool book. And I put all of these in the reference guide. I won't have time to go into it, but what I do want to do is the three of you have written down your animal. Don't let me see your animal. And I'm going to give you guys cards, and then we're going to talk about your cards.
Okay.
I normally let you pick them, but since I don't have time, I'm going to trust me to pick them.
Okay.
So I need a little bit of room here.
So give her this cordless mic, or yeah, there you go. Thank you, Joe.
I'm just spreading the cards out is what I'm going to do. Marcus, we can do this. So I want you to do this. Bring your hand over.
Okay.
Just put your hand across here, and just one hand at a time, just one hand. And when you feel it needs to stop, just pick 3 cards out.
Pick 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's only like 52 cards, so it's not like a huge deck. And face down, right? And one more. Okay.
All right.
Would you
Charisma, do the same thing.
Would you do the same thing, please? If you close your eyes, you get better, but we don't have a lot of time, but
All
just
right, big bro, come over.
get out of
Turn
his
it over.
way.
Don't look at it. All right. And we're going through picking these cards. Joseph, Big Bro Joe, Arthur Charisma, and yours truly. The 3 of us wrote down what we thought our animals were. And Mr. 3375 is kind of going through it as well right now, trying to determine his 3 cards. And in the few minutes that we have left, we're going to try to figure out which we have here. And I didn't get an opportunity to introduce Legacy Internet Radio's newest talk show host, but our brother Tavon is in the room. What's up, brother? Somebody get this man a mic.
What's happening, family?
Yeah, man. Tell real quick. Tell everybody when your show debuts.
Oh yeah, thanks. We're gonna be airing our inaugural show. Will be November 5th. It's a Saturday, from 2:30 to 4:30. I got something to say with the Renaissance Men. It's a movement, people. We got some things popping off, and we want everybody to be a part of it.
Good deal.
It's a beautiful thing.
Good deal. And I wanted to make sure, in case we didn't get you to do that, I wanted to make sure you did that. Okay, Jane, so what do we do?
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
You want to go first?
I want to go
okay,
first.
just pick up the top card.
The top card.
This is your.
Do I show this?
Yeah, you show it to me and show it to yourself. This is your past card.
My past?
Yes, the past. So let's read what it says. It's a kangaroo.
Okay.
And it says, as events take on their own momentum, you take a true leap forward.
Really?
This is from your past.
My past.
So, which means probably you wouldn't be here
Right.
if you hadn't taken that big leap
Yeah.
and that chance to move forward in your life.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's real dope.
Okay, so the second card, you can go ahead and you can look at that and then let me look at it. And this is the parrot, and it says, let sunshine revitalize your soul and color transform your world. This is your present day card.
Let sunshine. I mean, Mr. Doom and Gloom, huh? Okay. The grumpy guy? Wow. Okay. I thought the parrot was because I'm chatty.
No, it has to do, look how colorful it is,
Yeah.
but it's talked about transformation, which the way I interpret it, being intuitive, is that you're going to only continue to grow in this respect.
Gotcha.
And as a human, yes.
Okay. And then.
And this is your future. Oh my, he got a beautiful peacock, and it says, protect your heart from those who may cheat before they hurt you.
Wow. Okay.
Now, this is not necessarily
A human being.
a personal thing. This can be in every part of your life. So I think, as a warning, as you expand your business, and we all know this, you get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
It's harder and harder to trust,
Yeah.
because everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon when you're successful. Nobody's there when you're struggling and little, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what it's just saying, be aware.
Right.
Be aware, because you may have some people that come into your life that aren't what they appear to be. So who wants to go next? You want to go next? Okay,
Okay.
What was the first card you drew? Do you know?
I don't know. I just laid
That's
them
all right.
out here.
So just pick one up and look at it. That is your past card, which is the baboon. And but you know
ain't
what?
funny.
You know what she does though? It says, "In love and declaration of passion, heartfelt communication is the key."
Okay,
That's
I like
pretty
that message.
awesome.
Yeah.
Heartfelt communication.
Well,
What does
that's
she
cute.
do?
Okay.
What does she do?
The Diva Diaries.
The
Y'all
Diva
hate-
Diaries.
y'all hate
There you
on
go.
About love and-
there you
and
go.
communication.
Now, your middle card there is your present day card. And that is a beautiful wild horse. This says, "Speak your passion aloud. Defend those whom you love in word and deed." What do
I
you
love
do?
Horses. I love
There you
horses.
go.
I love them.
Isn't it interesting? How you,
Yes.
And you guys picked these cards, so I'm just helping you interpret them. The next one is an
with
orangutan.
all these
and
type of animals?
this is in the future, and this is working
monkeys.
to live joyously, not living to work.
Okay. I
That's just
believe in
saying
that.
enjoy your success, but don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it identify you. Be more than that.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you for the
Are you
reading.
next?
I'm next.
Okay.
Steal your mic.
This is your pass card. This is a porcupine. You may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. Now, this is something that happened in your past. Maybe you did something and you hurt somebody and you didn't mean to, but you know better that you will not do it again.
Yep. I cut somebody once upon a time, and I won't cut them again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
We'll see.
Okay, this is your present day card, and he has a bee. Hard work is rewarded with responsibility and a sweetness that is shared. Now, I love the bumblebee. Do you guys know why? The bumblebee aerodynamically should not fly. It's too heavy, but it flies anyway.
That's right.
Seriously.
I fly anyhow,
Yeah.
You don't ever see, you don't see,
see-
that's right.
don't
It's
look
got
like
a
you
very
should be
important
able to fly.
job.
but I can.
And his last card is his future card, and it is a mouse. Remember I talked about a
Yes.
mouse? Be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. So
Well, that's
be
some good-
insightful, and that's for your future.
That's my future.
So who's next?
All right.
I think
Mr.
You're
30,
next.
30,
75.
he has for his past
badger.
a badger. A badger, it says, abandon compromise and fight valiantly for what you believe in. This is in the past. So
Yeah.
you must have all of a sudden determined to fight for something that you would have not normally fought for.
Of course.
How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, present day, let's see what you got.
All right.
You have a hummingbird. Turn away from infidelity so that love may blossom. How do you like that? I'm not even going to comment on that
I'm not
one.
either.
And this is your last card, which is your future card. He got a tiger.
Oh,
Passion and adventure beckons.
Mr. Passion, man.
Mr. Passion.
Yeah,
So
Mr.
stop that
Passion.
infidelity, then you'll have your passion.
So, ladies, it sounds like he must be
Okay.
a romantic.
Next, the newest member of the internet, the Legacy Internet Radio. You have a now you're not supposed to turn them over all at once. So that's your pass card, a butterfly, and it says, "Delight in life and embrace change as the source of your creativity." This is from your past. So did something spark you not long ago to just get off your ass and do something and be, okay, there you go. Okay, now, I don't want you to, have you looked at those cards?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to close your eyes and mix them up. Okay, now just pick one, and that will be your present day card. Okay, open your eyes. What do you have? A raven.
Hello.
A raven. Listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. The 44 we were talking about. Okay, and last but not least, oh my God.
The owl.
He got the owl, which is
Talk about
future. And this
wisdom.
is, the owls are probably one of the best creatures around. Seek out deeper knowledge to see through deception.
Wow. Wow.
Kind of similar to his. Everybody's, you just make sure when you're dealing with people, that people will come to you and sometimes they have that mask on and they're
Right.
not what they appear. Just be aware and listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
WB says
You'll
this
find
is
the
powerful.
truth.
This is powerful.
Because we have one more. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Okay.
What was the first? You want that one?
Yes.
So for her past, we have a frog, and it says, adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. Now,
Wow.
this was in your past.
Yes.
Does that home in for you?
I don't know. I wish I had a B right now, so I
Okay.
can really home. But okay.
Okay.
I got to be.
Oh my goodness! You know what she got for right now?
Yes.
A black panther. Sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy.
Yes, these should be all three of my cards.
All right, let's see that last one. This is your future card. Okay. Future card. She got a water buffalo.
Sexy.
Life. Oh my.
Face life.
Face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. That's for your future.
Wow,
Remember
times
that.
two. Thank you. The snake plus the water
There you go.
buffalo. I'm just a shedding, big,
And
water carrying.
so this is a great example.
And
This is a
very
great
passionate about
example
it.
with these
Yes,
cards.
thanks.
How I do readings for myself with all different cards, and I do this once in a while when I see a lot of animals. And you can do all kinds of cards. You can do it's one called a heart reading where you do 10 cards and it tells you how a person relates to you and how you relate to a person. Anybody can do this if you buy this deck. They're wonderful. So did you write down your animal?
Yes, we did.
Did anybody get it?
Well, actually,
I didn't even come
Marcus
close.
J did. He got his bird.
You got a bird?
He got the cockatoo. I mean, the
parrot.
Parrot,
Yeah.
and a
Lion.
lion, and a
Alligator.
crocodile.
Crocodile.
Did you
alligator.
get? You got a spider. What did you get? You got the orangutan. Well, obviously you don't need a spider right now.
And Joe,
How about you? What
Joe,
did you get?
Joe had goats and turtles.
Goats and turtles.
Goats and turtles. That's what he wrote down. Whatnot.
Anybody else write yours down? No, that's it. So that's just an example. Do you guys understand that? Isn't that cool?
I think that's
it
neat.
just-
I think
it
that's
kind of gives you
awesome.
a different perspective. So please respect animals, respect insects. Don't kill no spiders. Don't kill no spiders anymore. I know mice kind of freak me out, but just understand that everything works in harmony for a reason. And the only reason that we may be frightened of something is because we fear what we don't
Yeah, you fear
understand.
the unknown.
We fear what we don't understand.
You got it, man.
Okay, thank you, Marcus.
This is outstanding. We got a couple of hits here in social media. Let's see. Coach Ship is checking. What's up, Coach? Coach Ship is checking us out. He says this is amazing. WB says that it's powerful. Michelle K says interesting. She wish she was here to participate. Shayna says Black Panther. She's liking that. And shout out to my sister Gigi was checking us out earlier. Gigi, I don't know if you're still with us, but I didn't get a chance to shout you out. Thank you. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we are going to talk to our sister, the dating pool diva, with the Diva Diaries. It's time to get into it, and we're going to bring it to you. Marcus J. and the entire crew. Ain't no half stepping with yours truly. Be back in a few.
What's up, y'all? This is your man K-Dub, and when I'm down on 285 down in Atlanta, GA, maybe on I-64 in Newport News, Virginia, or maybe I'm in Jersey City catching that light rail headed downtown to go into NYC, I'm always plugged in to Legacy Internet Radio, listening to Ain't No Half Stepping with my man Marcus J. Check it out, y'all. Peace.
Holistic care for the mind, body, and spirit. Free Spirit Enterprises, LLC is a parent company for Organic Creations, Jewelry by Design, Miller Publishing, and Consultation Services. Organic